Hello everyone, my name is Ravina. Welcome to Pseudocoder. Today we are going to solve problem number 5, that is longest palindromic substring. So let's start reading the problem statement. It says that given a string S, return the longest palindromic substring in S. So first of all, what is a palindrome? So palindrome is something, so basically let's take an example. So palindrome is basically a string. When you read it backwards, right to left or left to right, it is the same. So for example, in here, you'll see that, let me take another example. So suppose A, B, A. This is a palindrome because if you reverse it, if you write A first and then B and then A, it is the same. So that's what a palindrome is. Now, palindrome can be a single letter like this because it's equal to itself. It can also be this. It can also be BB, where these two are the same. So if you write B first and then this one as second character, it is still the same as this particular string. So this is what a palindrome is. Now, the question here is asking us that given a string, we have to find out a substring that is actually the longest palindrome. So in this example that we have, we will see that one palindrome is this BAB. The other palindrome we have is actually ABA. And I don't see any other palindromes other than that because if we try to do some combinations, we have this D which doesn't fit. So the longest palindrome that we have is either BAB or ABA. Either of those answers are acceptable. So let's see how we can solve this. The first brute force approach would be to, start at a particular index. So basically, suppose I start at B and then I explore all the strings. So for example, I start at B, I'll check is BA a palindrome, if BAB is palindrome, if BA is a palindrome or BABAD is a palindrome. Then I'll do a second pass of things. At that point, I'll start from A and I'll check if all these strings are palindrome. I'll do this for all the characters. So for example, I'll start with B and then I'll check, if these two are palindrome. I'll start with A, I'll check if this is a palindrome. So that is a brute force approach. And let's talk about the time complexity of that brute force approach. So what you're doing is you're starting at a particular position and then you're expanding the whole string. So that's actually two for loops, and that is actually n square, right? You start from here and then you explore all the other characters. Now, to check if that particular string is actually a palindrome or not, it takes O of n complexity. So this becomes n square into n, and that ultimately becomes n cube. I have a better approach that we can take when we are looking for a longest palindrome, and that is really simple. What we have to do is instead of starting from the far left, let's see if we can check how we can, if we start somewhere else, will that improve the time complexity? So, for example, if we say, suppose, start from the middle and then expand around it, around the center. So, what do I mean? So, suppose, for example, if I start from here and I check, is there anything on the left or anything on the right? If it is, then I'll keep on expanding. So simple example I would say is this. If I start from A, I'll check, are there elements on my right and left of my A? Yes, there are. Are they equal? Yes. Okay, then I will keep expanding. I'll keep going to the right and left. I'll keep expanding to the right and to the left. And that is the approach that we are going to see today. So let's see how we can work with this example that we have. So there's actually a small use case that you'll see. So let's look at the second example that we have. The first example we just talked about. The second example is really clever. They are also taking in the even center. So even strings. For even strings, what should be a center? And that's actually the tricky part. It's really important to understand that we also have to think about even substrings, even palindromes, and not only think about the odd palindromes. So for that, how will you do it? So suppose if we have VB, you will have your left and right here. and then you'll start expanding things. So let's see how we can, just implement that. So the first thing that I need is my I pointer, that is right here. And then what I need to do is I need to keep track of what is my max length at the time. All right. So initially my max length is actually 0. And since I'm working through each and every element, I received one element. And remember, single character by itself is also also a palindrome. So my max length is going to get updated. My max length is now 1. And I'm going to check if I can expand to the right and left. Since if I expand to the left, it is out of bounds, we'll just stop there. Similarly, for the even length, I'll have to pass in I and I plus 1. So that is actually this particular character. So I'll pass in B and A. We are going to check if B and A are equal. No, they are not. So there is no point of expanding it further. So we are going to stop there. And then we just progress our I pointer. So we progress our I pointer. Our I pointer is now pointing right here. We check that, okay, can I go to the left and right? I can go to left and right. It's not out of bounds. We will check that are those two equal? Yes, those are. Okay, so I just found out my new max length. My new max length is actually 3. And then my new result, that is the maximum result, is actually BAB. Once I do that, I'm going to also check it for even length, right? So I come in, I'll be like, okay, let me pass in A and B and check if they are the palindrome. So I check if A and B are equal. No, they are not. So there is no point in expanding outward. So we will stop there. And then what we have to do is we have to increment the I pointer. So our I pointer now is here. I'll check if I can expand it. I'll go to the left and right. I'll check, oh yeah, A is equal to A. So my max length will be, it's already 3, so it doesn't really matter. It can stay the same. And then I'll just update my result. My result would be the new max length that I have is ABA. Now let's see if we can do this for the even length, right? So I'll pass in the even length. I'll pass in BA. I'll check if B is equal to A. It's not. Okay, so we don't have to expand further. We can stop there. And then we will have to increment our I pointer. So our I pointer is going to be here. I'm going to expand further. I'll check if I have anything on the right and left. Yes, I do. It's not out of bounds. Out of bounds is basically if you don't have anything on the right or left, that's when you get the out of bounds error. So here B is not equal to D. So I don't expand further. I just then pass in, I check it for the even length. For the even length, I'll pass in A and then D. I'll check if A is equal to D. It is not. Okay, I won't expand any further. So the result that I have is ABA and the max length of that is actually 3. Both the results BAB and ABA are acceptable. So anything is fine. Leetcode is accepting every answer. So let's see how we can code this, the most important part. So the first thing that we need is I'm going to use a common function that I'm going to call twice, one for even and one for odd, since all the programming inside it is the same. I don't want to duplicate code. So I'll just create a function for it and I'm going to call it expand around the center. Expand around center. I'll pass in the string that we are working with, the left pointer, and then the right pointer. Now, what I'm going to do is I need a substring to keep track of, what is my longest substring till now. So I need a substring, and then I also need a max length, like what we kept track of. So this is the max length, just to check, if my max length is greater than the existing string that I have to update it. Now I need a while loop. What I'm going to do is first check the bounds. So the bounds would be if left is greater than or equal to 0 and my right is actually less than length of the string. So these actually are the out of bounds check. If that is true and my s of left is equal to my S of right. So that means there are things on the right and left and those are equal. That's what it means. If that is true, then I'm going to check if my right minus left minus plus 1. So what is this? This is just basically the length. So how did we see ABA? That is how you actually calculated the right index minus left index plus 1. We will check if that is greater than max length. If it is, then we have to update it. We have to update the max length. So we have to update max length. Okay, I just keep misspelling it. So, okay, I have to update my max length, and my max length is going to be right minus left plus 1. And also I have to update the substring, right? Because that's my result, at least for this particular combination. So my substring is going to be S of, so this is how you write it in Python. The string, it's basically the string, and then the index starts from left and it goes till right plus 1. So in reality, it is only till right. This particular right plus 1 is excluded, and that's why I have a plus 1 here. So I updated my max length. I also updated my substring. Now, what do? We need to expand. So how will we expand? We will decrement my left so I can go left on the string, and then I'll increment my right pointer so that my pointer can go right in the string so that the string expands. So I can then now parse the longer string. And then I just return my substring because that's what I have been calculating. Now I have my common method in here, so it becomes really easy for me. I'm going to add a result. This is the result that I'm going to return. And then I'm going to go through each and every element in my string. So that's what we did. We had an I pointer. So I in range, and then it goes to length of S. And I have to check for odd string. So let me just do it like this. So odd string is going to be my method. So my method is expand around corner. So I'll expand around my corner. I'll pass in the string that is S. And then since it is odd, we have to keep my center as 1, right? We have to keep a center. So I'm going to pass the same element twice. And for the even length, I'm going to call the same function, and this time I'm going to pass I, and then I'm going to pass I plus 1 because we don't have a center for even. In the end, what I'm going to do is I have both my odd length, my odd string and my even string. I have to check which one is longer. Whichever one is the longest, I'll just update my result with it. So I'll check if length of odd is actually greater than my length of result, then I'll update my result to odd. And I'll check if my length of even is greater than my length of result. If that is true, then I'll update my result with my even substring. So result is even. In the end, I just have to return my result. So let's see if I can run it. Okay, submit. Cool. Yeah, this was submitted. As you can see, the time complexity of this algorithm is actually n square. N for the for loop, and then again n for expanding around the center. So that becomes n square. Whereas our space complexity is, if you look at it, we are using a result, we are using a substring, and then a max length. All three of them are storing constants. So the space complexity of this particular algorithm becomes constant, which is O of 1. If you don't know how to calculate space or time complexity, I have a video on that. You can refer it. I'll drop the link below in the description. So the code will be on my GitHub repository, and I will add a link to that in the description below. If you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up, comment on it. If you want me to solve any other problems, please let me know in the comments below. You can also now connect with me on Discord. I can help you out there if you're preparing for interviews, or if you want me to take any mock interviews. Let me know in the comments below, and also you can just connect with me on Discord. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.